Broadcasting to you from the heart of northern Minnesota, this is the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Roger Radio Show. Roger Radio.
And I'm Aegis on Levity of the Intermission Group.
And welcome to another legit album review. I'm excited for this one, man. But first, I need a little bit of this right here. A little more poison, if you will. And I'll tell you one thing, dude. The only Spanish that you have ever learned is what you learned at Taco Bell, dude. Get it? Because it's from that Beavis and Butthead episode?
Yeah.
Alright, so ladies and gentlemen, before we get into today's topic, I want to tell you all a story. A simple bedtime story from your Uncle Roger. And it's simply titled about progressive rock. Now, we all know that prog rock has been around since almost the beginning of time, going back to the late 60s. Prog rock would not have gotten its formula if it wasn't for the likes of two bands, which I'm kind of surprised that influenced like the revolution or evolution of prog rock, and that was the Beach Boys with Pet Sounds and the Beatles with Sgt. Pepper's Lonely Hearts Club Band. And I looked up the research for it, and that's actually the truth, man. Like,
yeah.
Like, it's the one thing, like, it's probably because of, like, all the experimentation that they did in those albums with all the production they put into it. And, next thing you know, there were bands, I would say, that helped contribute or pioneer it a lot more right after the Moody Blues, who made what is considered the first prog rock album. But at that time, the Moody Blues did not give it its full identity for what it could be. That was until these six bands came into play. Now, I looked this up on Google, and these were the AI answers that I ended up getting. Yeah. And here's what it says here. To explore the contributions of prog rock pioneers, consider these key figures and their impact. The key figures were, in fact, your boys from King Crimson. Yes was one of them. Genesis. Our guys from Emerson, Lake and Palmer. Our guys from Pink Floyd. And I'm gonna be honest, I'm surprised at this one, but Jethro Tull was another prog rock band, and I did not even know they were prog rock or considered as that. I've listened to their music, and I was like, I always thought it was just more a folk rock, or, the type of music that Crosby, Stills, and Nash and Young, or even the Allman Brothers made.
Yeah.
All right, so here's what it says for the contributions they made. King Crimson was known for their complex compositions and innovative use of instruments. Would you agree?
Yeah.
All right. Yes pioneered the elaborate arrangements and harmonies influencing many progressive bands. Now, that is kind of true, especially with the like of their leader, Steve Howe. Genesis blended theatrical elements with intricate storytelling in their music. And considering that, we've reviewed The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, we could see that. And don't forget, Peter Gabriel was the guy who brought the theatrical element to it because of how he was dressed during the performances to help give it a more innovative or immersive experience. Emerson, Lake and Palmer, first progressive rock supergroup, and they fused the classical music with rock, showcasing virtuosic musicianship. That's kind of true also.
Yeah.
Pink Floyd, now, they started as a psychedelic rock band, but they ended up transitioning to prog rock with their song Echoes from their album Metal. And by doing so, they helped revolutionize the concept albums and live performances with immersive experiences. Oh, and I would say they kind of also revolutionized a bit of the rock opera, but I really can't say that because of Genesis and The Lamb Lies Down on Broadway. So that one's kind of debatable. And then last but not least, Jethro Tull introduced the flute and folk elements into rock, creating a unique sound. Now, out of all six of these bands, there are only two of them that are still around, and that is Jethro Tull and, yes, who are the topic of today's album review. And we are going to be reviewing none other than their newest album, Aurora. Your thoughts?
So none of the original members of the band, yes, are still in the group anymore. It's currently being led by what, Steve Howe is his name, right?
Yep. Yeah, he is almost like a OG kind of guy, but he wasn't there since the beginning. I think he ended up
And
joining the band, I think for their either their second or third album, if I remember correctly, because he was on Fragile and Close to the Edge. But yeah, dude, oh my god, dude, what are your thoughts about the music here? Like, holy shit.
I thought it was pretty good. It wasn't their best work, but it was still pretty good.
It felt like a very immersive experience with their music, dude. Like there was some really good music that I heard, but holy fuck, they really took it to the next level, dude. They for two of these songs here, they brought in a National Symphony Orchestra to help with some of the music, and it was the Czech National Symphony Orchestra. Excuse me. And dude, it felt like progressive rock got kicked in the nuts, was taken dragging and screaming, and this was the result of it here, dude. Like, holy shit. You gotta give props to them, man. Like they really, I think, did good production wise. Like I thought it was
Yeah.
impressive to say the least. It's like there were a couple good songs that I liked, and then some that were just like I didn't really care much about. But they were. I thought everything came out pretty good.
Yeah. I thought it was overall it was a pretty good album.
Yeah. Well, I would say this, like even then, like they've been around for nearly 60 years now, and like you got to really give props to them, man. Give credit where credit's due, dude. Like they're still sticking true with their genres, you know. All right, so and you take a look at the artwork on it, dude. Like Roger Dean, who was the artist who did the artwork again, dude. He's still putting that Roger Dean touch to it, you know. I actually love the album cover. It shows the Northern Lights, or it's supposed to be, they're called the Aurora Borealis, which makes sense for the title name. And then there's a tree that looked like it was chopped down or whatever, but I don't know. All right, so the album was released on June 12th, 2026. It was recorded between 2024 and 2025. The genre obviously is your stuff, prog rock. It was released by Inside Out Music and Sony Music Entertainment, or known just simply as Sony Music. And the producer, once again, is none other than the Steve Howe. And I'll be honest with you, man. If they did not have Steve Howe, dude, they would have fallen off really bad.
Yeah.
You know. All right, so according to the Wikipedia page, which I'll include in the description below, Yes started work on this album immediately after the release of their 2023 album Mirror to the Sky. As with the band's immediate preceding albums, guitarist Steve Howe resumed his role as producer, and orchestral arrangements were provided. Unlike the last two albums, the orchestral parts of the album were provided by the Czech National Symphony Orchestra. Um, and of course, you have the artwork done once again by Roger Dean. And dude, if you have checked out a lot of his other work, dude, he did really good stuff. Like, not only did he do the album artwork for Yes and all the solo albums done by all the members of Yes, but also by your, I want to say favorite, but it's not favorite. They also did the artwork for Asia.
Uh, uh. For those who don't know, I really do not like the band Asia.
Uh, like I said, they should have just released the one album and be done over with. So,
Yep.
and especially when Steve Howe technically missed out on what was deemed their best work of the '80s. You know, I can't remember the name of the album, but it's the one that. Oh wait, I'll look it up right now. Actually, I have it here. Oh, 90125 from 1983. He missed on that one, and I think that was like their most commercially successful album up to that point. Let's see here. So, during an interview in early 2024, Billy Sherwood confirmed work had begun on Aurora, telling Rolling Stone, "We're making a new album as we speak. When was the last time Yes made so many albums in a row in such a short period of time?" That's driven by Steve's inspiration to produce it and to go forward. Like, dude, yeah, Steve Howe, dude. It seems like he's a like the equivalent of Billy Corgan from the Smashing Pumpkins. He just keeps coming up with ideas immediately and just puts it to work, you know. And when you look at Steve Howe's discography, not just in Yes, but throughout everything, including his solo work and all the other projects he was in, dude, like I don't know how the fuck he didn't run out of ideas. Let's see here. What else do we got here? In early 2025, Jeff Downs, who is the keyboardist, and he actually, I'm sure you know that Asia is still going at it, but they have a different lineup. Jeff Downs is the only one from the original lineup that's still in that band, and like I don't know how he's able to balance between Yes and Asia. Honestly, I think Asia is more like just a side thing or whatever at this point, and it should be
Yeah.
anyway. Okay, so in early 2025, Jeff Downs said it's a lot more progressive sounding than the last few albums. It's an album with attention to details and musicianship, which is what Yes is all about. And rightfully so. I mean, after all, Yes is one of the pioneers of prog rock. Oh, so you have them to thank for it. In another interview in March of 2025, when asked what is going on with Yes, Downs replied with, "We've been working on an album for the past 6 months." That's the most basic answer ever. So what the hell's going on right now? Oh, we're making a new album. You want to elaborate a lot more? No, just letting you know that we're working on another album and we'll announce it when the time's right. That would have been, I like, dude, I could imagine you with your music, you would just say something that basic and be like, "I'll let you know when the time's right." Okay, so John Davison, who's now the front man for them, you got really give your hats off to him, dude. Like he's actually doing pretty good with it. It says that Davison described the album as very much part of a trifecta with the last two albums. There is a continuality from The Quest to Mirror to the Sky, then to Aurora. Just like we evolved from The Quest and did Mirror, we've gone another direction with Aurora, so there'll be enough familiarity there. Um, let's see here. All right, so let's take a look at what we got here so far. The ratings were actually pretty good to say the least. Metacritic gave it 72 out of 100 rating. Pop Matters gave it out of an 8 out of 10. Uncut 7 out of 10. Music OMH gave it 3.5 out of 5 stars, and Record Collector gave it a 6 out of 10. Rockseller magazine described the title track as a fittingly epic sonic experience. Consequence of Sound said the piece showcases symphonic elements not seen since 2001's Magnification, underscoring a sprightly and bright piece of music befitting the Yes legacy. Pop Matters saw it as an improvement of the records Davison previously fronted. Progressive rock needs to constantly evolve in keeping with the genre's title to distinguish it from another blues variants. Yes continued to evolve. Aurora proves Davison is just getting warmed up as frontman. And that's pretty much it. That's pretty much it for everything. It's right now the chart performance for Aurora so far. It's peaked at number 27 on the Japanese albums chart, number 5 on the Japanese rock albums chart, and number 9 on the Swedish physical albums chart. So there you go.
Yeah, I'm
All
listening
right.
to Aurora again right now.
Huh?
I'm listening to Aurora again right now, and
Yeah.
honestly, it's better than I remember it being.
and which is the song that we are going to start with, and that is the title track Aurora, which is the first single that came out. Um, you know how my feelings are about orchestras. You know my feelings about them. I'm not a fan of them. And but when it comes to progressive rock, some reason it's always done the right way. Is this a song that I'm gonna probably
Yep.
revisit? Probably not, but it was a good track to say the least. Hey, so what about you? What are your thoughts about it?
I I thought Aurora was a really good song. It was really solid. I liked the beginning in particular.
Oh yeah, I like I said, I wasn't much of a fan of it, but it does take me back a little bit to some of the orchestral arrangements that were made for Pink Floyd's The Wall. You know, I mean,
Yep.
if the Aurora here was a rock opera, it would just imagine if they would have made this into a rock opera somehow. Then I feel it would have worked so much more and gave it more justice. But you got, like I said, you got to hand it to them with all their arrangements. I mean, after all, they were the ones that brought the musical arrangement piece into prog rock. So let's get into the music video. Now, when this first single first came out, we immediately watched the music video, and it was basically like an animation that was done, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, it did feel like it had that same feel, like when you look at the artwork for the cover and all that, and then you put this into here, and yeah, it was basically the music video was just a sad love story gone wrong. They had to, I wouldn't say Romeo and Juliet the characters, but they Titanic the characters. You know
Oh,
what I
okay.
mean?
Yeah, it's been a while, so I couldn't remember the fucking music video. I just pulled it up and yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. There were, I have no idea what was going on in it, honestly. Like, the main character in it falls in love, then it cuts to a grave of the person the woman he fell in love with. And then all of a sudden, it cuts to him looking like a spirit, like a spirit or a ghost, wakes
Yeah.
up again. Um, like I'm just right now, fast pacing through it, but it's now loading for whatever reason. It's loading. Okay, there we go. And at this, I think pretty much by the halfway point, I could not figure out what the hell was going on, honestly. I really couldn't.
Yeah.
I think pretty much at the halfway point, I just gave up. You know, all in all,
And I'm
the
checking.
huh?
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, all in all, the music was pretty good, but I just wasn't a fan.
Yeah,
And
I
like
liked it. I thought it was really good.
yeah, well, like I said, dude, like I'm very, very biased towards like operas and orchestras. Like I just can't stand them for whatever reason.
Yeah. And I'm on Genius right now, and it doesn't really have any info about the song at all.
Yeah, it
It just has
doesn't.
the lyrics.
Yeah, it doesn't really have a whole lot of info. It doesn't even have the info for the It doesn't have any Wikipedia pages for the songs either. So, man, is my shit loading or something like that? My like I'm just trying to fix my stuff right now. Okay, okay. It's all better now. I don't have much else to say, so you could go ahead and read the lyrics here.
All right.
Ugh.
In a whisper, psalms of light ever carry clear. Evaluate to virtue wise, calming vital signs. O harbinger, bring balance to the tides coursing through my life. Brahma exhalation wields creation aeons old. All return with inhalation to ecstatic fold. O harbinger that all may come to know. I actually really like these lyrics. This is very well done
You want to
lyrics.
know something, dude? I was reading the lyrics on this here, and it actually kind of reminded me a little bit of the complex songwriting that Roger Waters did for the song Metal or the song Echoes, like it were the beginning of that song was originally supposed to say planets meeting overhead face to face, but he ended up changing it to overhead the albatross. I mean, dude, you even said yourself, progressive rock is known for one simple thing, and that is the more complex songwriting here, and this here proves
Yes,
it.
lyrically and compositionally.
Yeah,
Oh
like I
yeah.
said, you could thank all the six pioneering bands for it. So
Everything we see from inside, every way to be free inside ourselves, everything I seek is inside, everything I long for inside myself, despite myself. Aurora, Astrolight, Aureola,
I don't even
Aureola.
know, honestly.
Aurora Celestial, Aurora, your flames are ablaze, burning through the haze in my mind's eye sky. How our fragile edges fray, how our colors dull and blur, like paper dolls in a cutout world. 8 billion lives round we go, bound by a karmic ebb and flow. We reap and sow by the stones we throw, from where we've come to where we'll go. Through the gate of the great divide, escape to the other side. Oh,
That's it?
we sail high, we
Oh,
sail high, brave lows. The human drama comes and goes, sometimes ebb and lifetimes flow. May we all come to know, may all come to know what history to tell stories of the glories. In shame we fall as heroes we arose along the border of the great divide through the portal to the other side. Everything to be free inside, everything I long for inside myself. Aurora, astral light, aureola, Aurora, celestial, Aurora, incorporeal, incorporeal, Aurora, your flames are ablaze, burning through the maze in my mind. Aurora, your flames are ablaze. Aurora, flames are ablaze.
and there's a cat appearing out of nowhere.
Yep.
Swear your cat doesn't know when to
Maybe.
fucking stay out of the shot. Your cat doesn't know when to mind its own business. All right, so the next song that we are going to get into now is a turnaround situation. And I kind of like this tune also.
Here, let me see what I wrote down. I thought it was a decent song. I wasn't
Yeah.
too impressed with it, but it was a decent song.
Um, I'm trying to think how I would describe the overall sound of it, honestly. It feels like it's interspersed between, oh fuck, dude. I feel like there was a bit of influence from their 80s times and then it's interspersed with their early 70s stuff for the overall sound.
Yeah.
And then pretty much they also had like a music video as well. It's pretty much the same dude just walking around or whatnot.
Hmm.
I don't know how to describe it. So, oh, there was a
Just
shot that
some dude walking around.
I don't know. Oh, dude, there is one shot here on the video where it does show like the hot air balloons from your boys from Flying Colors, for that one which album was it
Yeah.
again that had the hot air balloon and the windmill?
I think it was Second Nature.
Okay, yeah, it looked like are those the same hot air balloons from Second Nature right there? You do if you listen to like the 2 4 it's around the 230 240 mark, dude. There's like an acoustic guitar
Yeah.
stringing that you can hear that I really did like. Yeah, the music video, like I said, I can't explain anymore. It's just some dude walking around, and that's it. Meanwhile, the
Just some
backgrounds are
dude
changing.
walking
Like,
around.
What? Well, dude, that's the only this way I could describe it, So, um, let's see. It pretty much cut it from him just walking around nature, and then there's hot air balloons, and it looks like he's walking on water. And then there's a chessboard. There's like a chessboard that he's on where he's moving pieces around, and then a giant teddy bear got involved, and I don't know anymore. No, like I said, I really did like this song right here. I might have to give it a bit more listen, and then I'll probably decide if I want to add it to my list or not. So, all right, here we go. Turnaround situation lately. Turn around, turn around. Turnaround situation 180. Turn around, turn around. Dark Knight at the wheel. Angel flight or devil fear on this twisty track. Want to explore? Need to turn back. Every cell of being scheming. Later learn. One more crash and burn. No more trusting treasure maps. Ooh, I love that one. I love that lyric right there. Wanderlusting dead-end paths, let all disappear in rearview mirrors, trip and glide the high skyway home redemption road. No more bridges need burn, cross them all to return, with heart and high skyway home, redemption road, and headlights home, redemption road. Now, this here is, for this part right here, it's too late for me. I've already burned my bridges. So,
Mm.
it's been a turnaround situation lately. Turn around, turn around. Turnaround situation 180. Turn around, turn around. Turn and run to save your life. Impulse pushes me on. Unknown bound or higher ground. Dark night at the wheel. Wrong or right. Wield or yield. Every cell of my being is a soldier in an army for change. Now turn and run to save your life. No more trusting treasure maps, wanderlusting dead end paths, let all disappear in rear view mirrors, rare view. Trip and glide the high skyway home, redemption road. No more bridges need burn, cross them all to return. With heart and high skyway home, redemption road in headlights home, redemption road, redemption road. Turnaround situation lately, turn around, turn around, turnaround situation 180. Turn around, turn around, turnaround situation lately, turn around, turn around. Turnaround situation 180, 180, turn around, turn around, turn around, turn around. Out across the plains, atop the mountain range, a primal voice that speaks so clear to every heart sincere, guiding every conscious home, the cosmic mighty Om, A-U-M, Om,
Ohm.
Om, Om. To a full loop, back to life, back to light. Yeah, like I said, it's a good tune, man. I really liked it. So, alrighty. So the next song that we are gonna do is "Love Lies Dreaming," and I actually did like the beginning of this track. Uh, like how would I describe it? Like the beginning of the song, it sounds very, you know that that one tune that you made and whatnot that for the Ringworm Wrangler,
Yeah.
the beginning of it, it kind of reminds me of Wrangler, actually.
No, I think this song is probably my third favorite song on the album, actually.
There is something very somberish about it that I really did like. Oh, and then when you listen to like around the 310 mark, they have like their famous speed up part. Like how Yes always has like their speed up parts and all that.
Yeah.
It has that traditional sound, so you gotta give them props. But yeah, this is a very dreamy like song that I really liked. The acoustic guitar I could hear around the ending of it, and then the drumming I really did enjoy as well. Dude, I'm telling you, every guitar that Steve Howe touches, dude, it's a pure magic that comes out of it, no matter what. You know. Alrighty, I'll let you take this one here.
All right. She's a jewel of heaven beaming, like a room without a ceiling, to somewhere I could follow, love lies dreaming, to where I'll follow, tuned to her moon, this midnight rose in bloom. At first it feels like falling, when really you're only flying through a dream. Dreamcatcher past the magic through the love, dreamers weaving. Dreamcatcher past the magic through the love, dreamers weaving. Through the love dreamers weaving, where love lies dreaming, where love lies dreaming. Through forests, through fields, give chase. Toward mountains, up hills, keep pace, keep pace. At the summit, there's a wishing well, in tune with her moon, where she'll cast her spell, in tune with the moon. Keeper
Yeah.
of the deeper meaning, oh, oh, oh. Intuition, guided feeling, oh, oh, oh. To somewhere I could follow, love lies dreaming, to where I'll follow, tuned to her moon, the midnight rose in bloom. At first what the hell?
I didn't know they added that lyric right
There we
there.
go. At first it feels like falling. Dreamcatcher past the magic through the love, dreamers weaving. Dreamcatcher past the magic through the love, dreamers weaving. Through the love, dreamers weaving, where love lies dreaming, where love lies dreaming. I'm soaring through a dream where love lies dreaming. I'm fallen, I'm fallen. I'm soaring through a dream where love lies dreaming. I'm fallen, I'm fallen. That's it.
You know, every time I heard you say "oh," I kept thinking you were saying "LOL." I was like, did I just hear a 60-year-old rock band actually use the no, words "LOL"? Yeah, this is a good song that I'm definitely gonna add to my list. This next one though is actually probably my most favorite one, and it's Countermovement.
I think it's probably my second favorite one on the album.
Just loved how the whole arranging was on it. You
Yeah, it
know.
was really good.
Let's see here. So the song is broken up into four different suites. So we're gonna break them all down piece by piece on it. And the first suite is called Taro, and it's basically a musical, an instrumental part that goes for about 2 minutes. I love the I really loved the instrumentation in this part. I really did. You
Yeah,
know.
me too.
And then probably because that part's instrumental, I don't have much else to go through on it. The next part, Anytime Soon, is probably my most favorite part of the song, especially this is an occasion where Steve Howe is actually the one singing, and I really loved his singing in it. Yeah, that's actually him right there. And you could tell that's his acoustic guitar right there. Like I loved it. And also, dude, can we just quickly mention just like with all of their songs that had like a bunch of multiple suites, they always like change it constantly in their usual fashion.
Yeah.
So it doesn't sound like one whole song overall. It's basically a suite of different songs, you know? Yeah, and
I
even the electric guitar that's around the 4 minute mark on this song, I really loved it as well. All right, so I'm gonna read all the lyrics for this whole song here. I'll start with this here. It's a feeling so strong, it can't be wrong. From it, I take my cues. It could be jazz or the blues. Well, you gotta listen to them closely, all right? Not anytime soon will my feet hit the ground, but elsewhere there be time to share. Since I made up my mind not to keep up these maddening times, we're just travelers in a misunderstood land, across misunderstood lines, obeying misunderstood signs. Step to forgive, dream a dream, replenish the seemingly endless light of life. Since I made up my mind, since I made up my mind, not to keep up with these maddening times, not to anytime soon. Could the tide be turning, and fulfilling what you're yearning, ungoverned by these movements, at one with everything. And it's a feeling so strong, it can't be wrong. From it, I take my cues. It could be jazz or blues. Since I made up my mind, since I made up my mind, not to keep up with these maddening times, not to keep anytime soon. It could be jazz or the blues. Okay, so the next part of the next portion is called Blink of an Eye, which is about 5 minutes. So let me skip ahead to that so I can give it a listen one more time. Yeah, right here at this point, I think is when you really feel the full authentic Yes experience. You know, the piano and the bass all together, dude, actually felt really nice, dude. And it pretty much like you hear John Davison's harmonization with Steve Howe in in that second suite, but in the third suite, it's all him here, you know. And the electric guitar work here is just magnificent as well, you know.
Yeah, I put down that this is probably my second favorite song on the album.
Yeah, I believe that's what you said too. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, artificial lives made to socialize, moments crystallize, tactile compromise, lost and hypnotized, new world synchronized, synthesized. Holy fuck, dude. John Davison just dropped a rhyme bomb right there.
Hmm.
Oh, and then, of course, they had to mention AI, dude. Like, what the fuck? In the age of AI, there goes you and I, wandering through a new dimension, ever changing in the blink of an eye, where only truth is what we're leaving behind. Dude, could you fucking imagine if the Alan Parsons Project would have used this chorus right here in one of their iRobot songs?
That'd be very fitting.
Right? I don't want to be a false identity, simulation, imitation me. I don't want to be hung up on imagery, a self-inflated, overrated identity. So yeah, you pretty much see right here that they're taking a jab at AI, especially in this day and age. And wandering through a new dimension, ever changing in the blink of an eye, where only truth is what we leave in the blink of an eye. Subject personified, lost and hypnotized, real world compromised, wasted days raced by in a blink of AI. I don't want to be a false identity, simulation, imitation me. I don't need a part of me imaginary. The guitar work, like I said, is pretty good.
Yeah.
Oh, and then you hear the synthesizer here too. I really love the instrumentation that was around the 1050 mark. I really did. Like, dude, Jeff Downs really did wonders here with this. And that was the beginning part of Freedom's Edge, which is the last suite of the song here. And it just has the outro for the lyrics, such as I don't want to be a false identity, simulation, imitation me. I don't need a part of me imaginary. I don't want to be a false identity, simulation, imitation me. I don't need a part of me imaginary. Yeah, that's very much all I got to say. The song itself, dude, like I said, my favorite, without doubt. And I'm definitely adding it to my list. All right, so let's see here. How many more songs we got left? Let's take a quick commercial break here at this point, dude, because we are nearly at the 40-minute mark. Holy shit. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a quick short break here. Smoke them if you got them, drink them if you got them, jerk off if you have to. I don't care. I don't know what the fuck you guys do on your spare time during breaks. Anyway, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. there's an old famous saying that's been around for a long time, ladies and gentlemen, and that is breakfast is the most important meal of the day. And when I'm having my most important meal of the day, I will not only crank up some good old music, but I will also have a nice cup of coffee right here, and I will have some pancakes, bacon, sausage, and eggs. And because I don't have any of that, I had to go with plan B, and it's simply this. BTS Oreo cookies. Now this is another collaboration right here between a musician, a band, and Oreo cookies, just like with the Post Malone and Selena Gomez cookies. And just like always, I'm pathetic enough to have this in my apartment and in this podcast. Wow. Oh, you can get a good whiff on that. Yeah, this is supposed to be brown sugar pancake flavored. And well, you know, I gotta have my breakfast somehow, so let's do this. Cheers. Welcome back to the Roger Radio Show, the best music-oriented podcast and web series on all of YouTube. And we still can't figure out our Spanish. Taco Supreme.
Good
Anyways, we are still continuing our legit album review, and we are reviewing Yes's newest album, Aurora. And I gotta say, I'm still very, very impressed with all the work that was done on this thing. Like, holy shit. So we are gonna continue on with their next song. Is it pronounced Ariadne?
It's Ariadne or Ariadne, something like that.
Like, I don't know how to fucking say it. Like, I don't. But, dude, can we take a moment to talk about the orchestration that was in this song?
Yeah, this is my favorite song on the album.
Were we watching an orchestra or something at the Rife Center? Like, dude, the orchestration here, like, holy shit. Oh, and then, of course, you hear the synthesizer in this song here, dude, and it almost feels like the orchestra decide, you know, we're going to take a bit of an upgrade, so here's the synthesizer.
Oh.
I guarantee you the orchestra was doing their rehearsals, and Jeff Downs was like, "Hey, you mind if I join in?" You know?
Yeah, this is actually in a tie for my favorite song on the album.
Oh, okay. I like the quote unquote relax period around the 3:16 mark here. You know?
Yeah.
I'll give them that. Oh, and then you hear a bit of the orchestra and the acoustic guitar around nearing the last minute mark of the song, dude. It's pretty good. But all in all, dude, I liked some of the parts of it, but I wasn't a fan of it. But I did like some parts.
Yeah.
But all right, that being said, dude, I think I said all that I needed to. The floor is yours.
All right. Hoist the black sails onward to Crete. All for it to challenge a Mad King's tyranny. Early 14 of your offspring sacrificed to the beast, enter its labyrinth, confront and defeat, destined for this moment in time. Light my way, O gods, wield strength through my sword. Though fierce wolves chase and pitfalls surround me, thy blessing, my promise to pierce the black heart, pierce the black heart. A hero's story from another age. Will we ever know? Will we ever know? A lover's story from another age. Uh, Ariadne, Ariadne, At first glance, her love yearns. Ariadne, will you ever return from out of the maze? She's afraid you won't live to see another day with Ariadne. Uh, by her shit, by her grace in your hand, ball of thread, tie one end. To the door as you go, unravel the line. Fake walls surround you, trapped in your own space. Pure imagination, can't tell the real from the unreal. Looking for the moments that come into view, keep reaching for her stars. They're all waiting just for you. A hero story from another age, a lover's story from another age. Destined for this moment in time, light my path, O gods. Wield strength through my sword, through fierce wolves chase and pitfalls surround me. Thy blessing, my promise to pierce the black heart. Pierce the black heart, by her grace one promise. Pierce the black heart. Right. It says here, Ariadne is a Greek princess and is the daughter of Cretan king Minos and Pasiphae. I think that's pronounced. She is often associated with labyrinths and mazes because she helped Greek prince Theseus of Athens navigate through a maze and slay the Minotaur. Afterwards, they both escaped Crete, and one night while Theseus and Ariadne were sleeping on the Isle of Naxos, Theseus abandoned her. She was eventually found by Dionysus, and they got married.
Okay. That seems fair enough. Of at least there is like a good story behind one of the songs. Like
Yeah,
I'm sure on Genius.com there'll be a lot of stuff that will be uploaded eventually. But after all, this is a brand new album, so
yep.
well, okay, that seems fair enough. Alrighty, so next up we're gonna get is All Hands on Deck, and I actually did like this one. I think out of all the songs on this album, this is probably the hardest one to say the least.
Yeah, this is tied with Ariadne as my favorite song on the album.
I really liked it.
Me too.
I was like, they almost went progressive metal on us here, especially when you hear the guitar work. I really did like this song overall. This is another one I'm definitely adding. I think this one is probably my second most favorite, right behind
Was your favorite
Countermovement.
counter movement?
Mm-hmm. Oh, and you listen to the 150 mark, dude. You hear that synthesizer just going hard as fuck, dude.
Hmm.
I wonder if Steve Howe was having a bad mood today and he was like, you know what? I'm going to put it on here. And this is what it came out to be. Alrighty, so here's how the lyrics go here. Let every sailor on board know there's a fire down below. The raging sea is so cruel, spinning us in a whirlpool. All hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck, all hands on deck. All hands on deck, board the lifeboats, all hands on deck to save your neck. All hands on deck, or you'll perish. All hands on deck, it's a shipwreck. Okay, so this here's pretty much talking about a shipwreck.
Yeah.
Could you imagine if they would have did a lot more songwriting and they somehow brought in the Titanic, for example, as inspiration?
Hmm.
Like, I'm just saying, man, like, I feel the song could have been a little bit more. The music, I think, was pretty much the instrumentation, I think, was supposed to speak for itself. I mean, they only had this much for lyrics, so. Hey, there's a fire down below. Imagine if this would be like a good plot for a SpongeBob SquarePants episode right here.
Hmm.
Or even, dude, imagine if who was it that made the mollusk again?
Ween.
Imagine if Ween decided to do a song that was like this. All right, next up we got is outside the box, dude. And I just need to say this simply. The song Outside the Box actually literally reminded me of the ending portion for the song The Ancient from their album Tales from Typographic Oceans.
Yeah.
For the harmonized vocals and the acoustic work.
Honestly, I didn't really care for this song too much.
I really didn't much either, dude, but can you hear the similarities?
I can see it. Yeah.
Like like the entire song of Outside the Box, like whether it was supposed to be a revisitation of the ancient Giants Under the Sun or not, dude, I can really, really hear that.
All right, want me to get in the lyrics?
Well, there isn't really a whole lot of lyrics. It's just the vocalizations, and that's
I
it.
know.
But it is broken up into two different suites, and it's just simply part one, light, and part two, the box. I mean, what do I say here? Like, what the hell do I say? You know, like, it almost reminded me a lot of it, so. That's what kind of scares me a bit. And I even said, if I remember correctly, on our Tales from Typographic Oceans review, I think Ritual was like I think my second least favorite song after the second track on Typographic Oceans. Alrighty, so let's go to the next one. Oh, and actually, I'm gonna take it back for my least favorite song. This one is actually my least favorite one here. Emotional
Me
Intelligence.
too. I agree. This is the weakest song on the album.
Yeah. Why is it that every time when I listen to a good album, there always had to be a very weak ass song that would end it?
Well, we got
Like
two
I
bonus tracks.
Well, yeah, the bonus tracks, we are going to get into them in a minute, but just for the standard version that doesn't have them bonus tracks, like why
Yeah.
is it that every time I listen to a good album, it has to end with literally the weakest fucking bullshit ever? Like nothing pisses me off more than that. Anyway, I think if I remember correctly, yeah, the song doesn't even start up fully until the 2 minute mark, and by then you have wasted like how much of your life away.
All
It's
right,
it
want me
was
to get into
basically
lyrics?
well, if I could say one more thing quick, like
Yeah.
the just the fact that I was waiting for it to really pick up, it literally reminded me of the first 10 minutes of the song "The Remembering" from Tales from Typographic Oceans. And I did not need any fucking reminder of that song.
Mhm.
Yeah, go right ahead.
All right, you gotta talk less. Try to hear more, more, more. Set the stage in clearer ways we can engage. I know in truth I win. I win if I give in. Duh. Compromise. Empathize to the story in your eyes. Emotional intelligence. It leads us to our own personal excellence, not defined by circumstance, no longer blind with arrogance. Emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence. I don't need to be right. No more will I fight. If it means that much to you, we'll see it through. There are no hunting ghosts in the feedback you give. With energy, empower me by your honesty. Emotional intelligence, the conscience in your head, proof it, and the evidence. Don't let panic take the wheel. Designate just how you feel. Emotional intelligence, emotional intelligence. Oh, will I ever learn? The source of all true confidence is the course toward a noble stance. Emotional intelligence, not defined by ignorance. It may be our only chance, our one last chance, our one last chance, our one last chance, our one last chance.
Yeah.
Then we got Jambustin.
Oh yeah, another good tune right here.
Yep. I tied that with number two with Countermovement.
I'm not really sure where I would put it at, honestly. Like I really liked it.
I think the name's goofy. Jambustin.
Nah, Jam Busters. Hey, dude, imagine we have our own Ghostbusters ripoff, but instead we're called Jam Busters, and we instead of busting ghosts, we bust the worst musicians and bands whose music we do not like.
That sounds actually kind of fun. Jambusters.
Yeah, Jam. Who you gonna call? Jam Busters. Yeah, I really like the synthesizer. I really loved in this. All right, let's see what it says. Don't poison the well. Don't trust the snake. Don't poke the bear. Don't touch the flame. Don't bite the hand from where you feed. Don't mistake your wants for needs. Don't be the face of human greed. Dude, I guarantee you Donald Trump should give this a listen, actually. Don't give in to trolls, which is pretty much what KSI did and iDubbbz did. iDubbbz is the worst example, by the way. Don't sell your soul. Don't covet fame. Don't shout your name. Don't fear the dark. Don't swim with sharks. And don't forget to make your own mark. And do not shove your future self. Don't shout your name. Guess what? Roger Radio. There, I said it. Fuck you. Kiss my ass. All right. Some view the world from upside down, blind to the signs, feeding the fat vultures of big business, the cultures of excess, heeding to the needs of greed. Why you always jam busting me, creeping into my lane? Never take fault when it's easier to blame. You're jam busting me. You keep blocking my lane, rushing and a fussing. Never feel regret when you blame for it. No, you never feel regret when you blame for it. Quit jam busting me. Quit jam busting me. Don't hoard the boat. Don't jump a claim. Don't fix the vote. Don't fix the vote. Oh, that's I think whoever Trump chooses to succeed him in the 2028 election should actually make that their slogan. Don't cheat the game. Don't kill the whale. She's not for sale. Don't take the road of no return. Don't rig the dice. Don't skate thin ice. You view the world from upside down. You're inside out, writing the rules to suit your own needs. Dude, I do not know if this was intended to be actually a fucking jab at Trump or not, but it feels like it is. Oh my god. I'm already loving it. I'm actually loving it already.
Me too. I really like these lyrics.
Oh my god. Your roar quite a sound, devastation bound. Why you always jam busting me, pushing into my lane? Never take fault when it's easier to blame. You're jam busting me, you keep blocking my lane, rushing round and fussing. Hang on, I'm adding it to my list right now, dude. I don't care. Oh yeah, it's there now, baby. You're jam busting me. You keep blocking my lane, rushing round and fussing. You don't have to feel regret when you blame for it. You don't ever feel regret when you blame for it. Quit jam busting me. Quit jam busting me. Jam busting me. Jam busting me. Jam busting me. Quit jam busting me. Hey, Donald Trump, I think you need a reality check right now. Listen to Jam Busting by Yes, and I think it'll give you the fucking kick in the ass that you need, bro.
He really needs a big kick in the ass.
Yeah, and like I said, dude, I'm definitely adding that song to my list, dude. All right, so next up we got is Watching the River Roll.
I thought it was kind of mid.
Mid. I got you. I think for me it is kind of mid also, but I really did like some of the instrumentation, especially in the middle part of it, you know. Even the synthesizer, once again, Jeff Downs really pulled it off with the synthesizer. So I don't really have a whole lot more to say with this song, honestly. But let me just listen one more time. Oh, and you know you can't have a for whether it be on the standard version or the one with the bonus tracks. You gotta have a song that like fades out. It just feels like an appropriate ending to any album, honestly. You know. Um. Yeah, that's all I gotta say. Why don't you get into it?
All right, taking in the moments one by one, reflecting all the memories, as they become the painting of our life and times in a constant state of change. Rolling on the currents, nothing looks the same. The leaves upon the calming streams showing us the way, etched into the heart and soul in a constant state of change. Walking along the water's edge, reflections in the waves again. Watching the river roll, always leading to the sea. The current moving so gently, watching the river roll. Watching the river roll. Be ready for the journey and notice along the ride, all the faces and the places they go sailing on by. The painting of our life and times, illuminating new sunrise, showing us the way. Walking along the water's edge, reflections in the waves again. Watching the river roll, always leading to the sea. The current move, the current moving so gently, watching the river roll. Walking along the water's edge, reflections in the waves again, watching the river roll, always leading to the sea. The current moving so gently, watching the river roll. Walking along the water's edge, reflections in the waves again, watching the river roll, always leading to the sea. The current moving so gently, watching the river roll. Walking along the water's edge, reflections in the waves again.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Oh, okay. Oh man. Oh, okay. So that's gonna conclude the album. What do I say about this album, dude? It's 60 years. 60 fucking years that they've been going at this, and they're still going at it, which I'm very, very impressed by.
Yeah. Honestly, I gotta give the album a 7.4.
7 out of 10 for me, man. They really outdid themselves, really, with this album, man. And like I said, 60 years that they've been going at this, and they're among the only couple that are still going strong, whereas all their other, whatever the term is, I can't think of it right now, their other, the other bands are not with us. They already ran their course, and that's it, but these guys are still going at it. It just shows that Steve Howe still has a lot of ideas that I'm sure we're going to see more of in the future, without a doubt. Even then, the music was pretty good. My most favorite music, Countermovement, obviously. Um, and now I added Jambustin. I also have All Hands on Deck, and I have Love Lies Dreaming. Those are all my favorites. And then, of course, my least favorite ones, Emotional Intelligence.
Yeah, my favorite songs were Ariadne and All Hands on Deck, tied for first. And then tied for second is Counter Movement and Jambustin.
No, really good stuff. What's your least favorite, though?
Least favorite was Emotional Intelligence.
All right, so there you go, folks. There you go, folks. If you want to, if you have some, if you need to listen to some music, I would recommend this album. I'm going to include a link to it in the description below, and you guys let me know, let us know in the comments what your favorite music from this album was, and what are your favorite Yes songs, all in general, man. That's all I gotta say. Ladies and gentlemen, that's going to do it for today's podcast. Thank you all so much for watching. If you want to see more content from us on this channel, be sure to subscribe to the Roger Radio Show today. Hit the bell to be notified on when we upload, and hit that thumbs up, man. All that makes a difference to us here. And while you're at it, subscribe to Aegis's channel, the Intermission group, and be sure to follow me on my social media. The links to everything will be in the description below. And if you are an independent artist or band that wants to be interviewed and have your music promoted, email me at rogerrhodes90@yahoo.com. Aegis, any final thoughts?
I got nothing.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for tuning in. And as always, until next time, ta-ta for now.
Peace.